but this camera I could stand there without the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bigger box too.
Yes. If you need a bigger box. Canada! 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 Beauty! No, Beauty! It says way needs a desperate watch. Oh.
Why didn't you play last night?
I'm just tired.
Oh, fair enough. You have been working here.
Well, because I had uni as well.
Oh my god.
Plus work.
Plus work. You're a powerhouse.
No. And I was kind of, and I gave myself a little sleep in this morning. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a sleep in today too.
I'm just gonna wait till like tomorrow. I don't feel like it.
In the evening.
I don't know in the morning.
You don't work till 10.
Yeah. How dare you? Just kidding, just kidding.
Like, no.
They are really dumb, these guys. Why am I standing up? I've got 3 minutes left.
Oh yeah. How many minutes?
3. You've got 3. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Right, right.
Come down. Oh, work? Yeah, good. I'm self-employed. I'm a landscape architect.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I design landscape. Yeah, only 7 years at uni. 7 years plus 20. I've been self-employed for 20 years. I registered my business in January 2023. Now I know. My business name is which is an aquatic flower. Yeah, it means a lot of different yeah, you know, I got enough to pay the mortgage, that'll do.
Môre Suid-Afrika, baie dankie dat julle aangesluit het. Suid-Afrika en Nieu-Seeland mans wat hierso gaan speel net op die oomblik. Ek dink julle het op julle skerms gesien Harry Mills, die man waarvan ek so baie praat, the guy that we spoke so many times about. Harry Mills just disappeared there, the corner of the camera angle, totally dedicated with his underwater vacuum cleaner. For those who never or ever thought that that could be a reality, well, you have just seen it. Cleaning the pool for us, it is in immaculate condition, the temperature is good, and we have come now to the stuff that underwater hockey is made of, playoffs. This will determine if you go forward and if you drop down into the loser section. South Africa here, Dave Chapman, Gerrit van Rijn, Henk Snyman, Herman Lai, Leon van der Merwe, Marius Bronchino, Nick Venter, Nico van der Merwe, Ter Schubert, Wesley Reeren en Willem Zeilstra. Willem, is ek nie heeltemal seker of hy speel nie. Wat ek laas gehoor het was hy in die bed. And here next to me again, for those who listened earlier to me, I've got Luke, who is going to give some commentary on New Zealand. Luke, welcome.
Thank you very much, Jack. Obviously, when we look at this New Zealand Masters lineup, you can't provide any more adequate superlatives when you just go through these last names. We've got Andy Pride, we've got Benson Taylor-Wolf, we've got Dane Meek, Edward Firth, James McCosh, John Cole, and hang on, Cole, Meek, sorry, wasn't able to finish that list because now it's all in different order, but we've got Nicholas Rawcliffe, Brendan Maxwell, Carl Brooks, Philip Johnson, Jolion Van Dalen. I believe we've covered all bases there. We're excited for this game. It's going to go underway in a few moments' time. And they're off. First final, men's masters. New Zealand in possession. Camera angle's real good for this game. New Zealand with a nice defensive switch. They've opened up the court. Looking to their left.
A very good
Benson
drive
with the
there by
puck.
New Zealand.
Is it in? And the goal's been awarded. 1-0, New Zealand over South Africa.
Okay, New Zealand immediately with their back burners on, turbo engines, and a very, very quick goal there by Brendan Maxwell. 40 seconds into the game and New Zealand is leading 1-0.
Well, if South Africa are awake, they are now. It's 1-0 down. South Africa, they've really, first time they've pushed New Zealand down to their defensive third of the court.
Ja, baie goeiemôre aan almal wat op YouTube ingeskakel het. Baie dankie dat julle kom kyk. Julle het daar in die begin gesien hoe die man met sy stofsuier onder die water besig is om die swembad mooi op te suig en skoon te maak. Suid-Afrika hierso probeer opspeel teen die muur. Maar die Franse skeieregter wat daar so sê Suid-Afrika wat 'n fout gemaak het, stick infringement against South Africa.
South Africa are starting to build a bit of momentum and they've let New Zealand off the hook. It's a dangerous game. The form New Zealand's in at the moment. Ooh, big flick there. Was it a dangerous flick? Yep, it is. There's a 2-minute sim meeting by the looks of it.
Ja, een van die New Zealand spelers daar wat die pak vorentoe geflik het en een van die Suid-Afrikaners teen die kop getref het. Nommer 7 daarso is Nicholas Rockcliffe en hy kry 2 minute vir daardie gevaarlike fliek.
Just like to give a shout out to all the viewers watching this game, particularly those people commenting. Rachel Arbuckle, Brian Stewart, Adriana Lipinski, Brian Stewart again, Eli Campbell Stokes, LFB, Sternberg Boysen and Caroline Roan. Vanessa Branquino as well. Thank you all so much for contributing in this game. It means the world to us. South Africa in New
Dave
Zealand's
Chapman,
defensive third.
Wat sukkel om die pak daar deur te kry. Bly nog steeds op die bodem, probeer binne te speel. Marius wat bykom daarso, maar New Zealand wat die pak afvat en na die regterkant toe beweeg soos hulle speel. Hier kom 'n switch van New Zealand, 'n lekker ver flick.
And they're away. That's Richard Taylor, a big break. But he was met by the force of Herman Johannes Leahy.
Ja, Suid-Afrika wat die pak weer daar verloor het. New Zealand wat die pak nou net daar weggooi. Suid-Afrika doen dit ook net nadat hulle dit gedoen het en verloor besit daarsom.
New Zealand approaching the attacking third, but the fouls come out. Fouls against South Africa. New Zealand in a very strong position now to strike.
Yeah, South Africa not utilising the number advantage and losing the puck too easily there. And that gives New Zealand here a little bit of an upper hand. And with 5 players in the water, busy driving right through the middle of South Africa. Henk Snyman wat die pak daar mooi uitkry, sy eie fliek opvolg, vorentoe dryf.
Some good play there by Snyman and Leahy. No. Refs pulled up again. Foul against South Africa. Chopping like chainsaws.
Ja, New Zealand se speler wat regmaak daar, soos julle kan sien, of nog ja in die water te klim. And New Zealand back to full numbers again as the player in the sin bin joined the game. South Africa trying to get up the wall there, but not really succeeding, losing the puck. South Africa getting back to the corner there, try and keep New Zealand away from their goals.
Some great resilience here by South Africa.
Herman Leahy wat daar deurdryf, maar die pak verloor. And South Africa, a lot of pressure from New Zealand. Nobody watching him. South African guy just leaving the puck.
For the goal. New Zealand approaching the goal in the 1 metre. Is it in?
Very nice chip there. South Africa.
It's no goal. It's against New Zealand for gloving.
Yeah, well, South Africa put themselves under pressure there. Guy that took it into the corner, flicked to the inside, and there was nobody there to follow up and support him.
They got out of Alcatraz that time. Play on. South Africa with the puck.
Marius Bronkine wat daar so deur die middel van die bytbal wil gaan. Nommer 7 hierso Ters wat baie mooi druk op die Nieu-Zeelandse agterspeler geplaas het daar so. Nie lekker die pak daar kon optel nie. Die linkerkant van Wesley wat daar so probeer dryf. En een van die spelers wat die kamera daar raak geskop het nie verbygang. New Zealand controlling the game here.
Good combinations there by Taylor Wolf onto Firth.
Okay, number 11 of New Zealand, Benson Taylor.
He's opened up. He's firing across the court. New Zealand playing on. Smart work there by Rawcliffe.
Suid-Afrika wat die pak baie mooi daar keer net voor die goal. En weer eens is daar niemand wat hom kan ondersteun nie. Daar is iemand wat na die pak kry. Gerard van Ryn daar so wat gerek het om by die pak uit te kom en New Zealand wat die pak afvat. En ongelukkig is daar niemand dat almal kyk vir die pak op die oomblik.
Africa attacking up the far wall. Big flick back. New Zealand is closing in, particularly Firth. Giving his nation a true captain's knock. Switch across. The goal's in. Looked like by number 11, Benson Taylor Wolf. They've awarded it. New Zealand 2, South Africa 0 with 8 minutes left in play.
Okay, Benson Taylor Wolf. Benson also one of the more infamous players, a legend in underwater hockey. A lot of South Africa knows the Benson move, which was named after him. Creating illusion with his arms under the water, like an octopus.
Early thousands and arguably in the tens as well, is regarded as the best player in the world. He introduced swimming upside down on breaks to the sport. He won Worlds 2004, 2006, won as a coach in 2019. Surely, just surely, like a resume, winning the Masters would just be the icing on the cake for a legend of the game.
Currently New Zealand dominating this game and taking control
Thanks for contributing.
of the game. South Africa calling a timeout there. South Africa calling a timeout. Hopefully this regrouping session will help the guys and be a bit more focused, as we are way too easily just giving up and losing the puck against New Zealand, who follow up in numbers again.
South Africa trying to push it out, but they're struggling to hold possession. They've got it, regained it. New Zealand firing towards a goal. They're in the 6, they're in the 3, they're in the 1.
Ja, New Zealand wat na wille keer op die stadium die pak vat en nie swem, en Suid-Afrika het nie 'n antwoord daarvoor nie. New Zealand wat nou hulle 4de goal aanteken en ons is net oor die helfte van die wedstryd. En ja, dankie vir almal wat ondersteun. Al sit jy daar by die huis en dinge gaan nie soos dit moet gaan nie. Jaco Barnard, die coach, hierso in die hoek, wat bietjie advies vir sy spelers daar in die substitution box gee. Herman Lay wat die
Lay restarts play.
Richard wat mooi onderbly. Gerard wat mooi daar onder bly deurdruk, Ters wat opvolg. En is 'n bietjie barging daar van Gerard se kant af. Look, your impressions of this first half of the first half?
I'm enjoying every second of it. It's been tough, it's been aggressive, it's been everything I expect from a league game, let alone a Masters game. Like, these guys are really putting pressure to the metal as we speak.
Now, South Africa there with a breakaway, but again, on his own with no support. And just flicking the puck away.
South Africa.
Marius Bronkino wat kyk op. Hy soek mense en daar's niemand vir wie hy kan pas nie. New Zealand is so wat ook dieselfde. Looking for support and there is no support. Currently both teams in the face just flicking the puck away to nobody. South African guy flicking into his own player. Herman wat daar 'n shot vat van die pak teen sy lyf. New Zealand wat net anders swem. En daar gaan 'n man weer.
Benson and Weeks really getting those combinations well down that far side. New Zealand and Kurova coming in. New Zealand at the 3, New Zealand at the 1. Is that a goal? Some great defence there by South Africa.
Everybody up in the air at the moment, breathing. It was quite a hard drive.
New Zealand.
And again, nobody there to support.
Putting on the pressure. Looks to be another goal.
Yeah.
The refs awarded it. That's a goal. It's 4-0 New Zealand, South Africa. 5-0, I apologise.
Ja. Suid-Afrika daar was geen nommers op die bodem nie. Daar was niemand om te verdedig nie. Marius was op sy eie daar agter. En dit gee vir Nicholas Rawcliffe the opportunity to score a goal. And looks like New Zealand calling a timeout there. And baie dankie Franco van der Merwe. Ek sien jou naam as Stefan Terblanche is weer hier so. Dit is vroeg in die oggend. Martiens is daar so, Vanessa Branquino, die vir geliefdes kyk. Baie dankie vir julle support mense. Ons waardeer dit, maar Suid-Afrika op hierdie stadium wat nie lekker gesinkroniseerd speel nie. Die manne is nie op die bodem wanneer daar passe is nie. And I think that is currently the downfall for the South African in the first half. New Zealand, on the other hand, most of their passes, when it counted, went to players in space, and those players could use that space to gain a lot of advantage and ground to score their 5 goals. New Zealand winning the strike there again, driving forward, South Africa trying to absorb that pressure, going to the wall. Dave Chapman pushing in there, but one of the South Africans with a stick infringement. Sometimes in the games it's such a rush that you look for your teammates, puck sliding one way, bounces, and you think the puck is at a place and you miss it and you bump against another player's arm.
New Zealand.
At the end of the day, if you commit a foul, it's a foul.
New Zealand relentless with their pressure, going on the far wall. Real no-nonsense attitude. That looks to be Van Dalen. Flying into the goal. Forward switch. Wingers screaming in. And that's a goal to New Zealand. It's a no goal. No goal for gloving.
Okay, New Zealand once again in numbers on the bottom. Players behind the puck. Following up, swimming through, putting pressure on South Africa. Unfortunately, they could not conclude it into a goal. Bit of gloving there. South Africa playing here towards a substitution side. But again, pass going to waste. And New Zealand taking possession of the puck.
New Zealand screaming through. South Africa back in possession. Moving to the near wall. Dane Meeks all over the attacker. Benson, Taylor, Wolf coming behind as reinforcements. And not sure what the foul was for, but it was against New Zealand. South Africa, they have the puck just over halfway, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, all the excitement, if you can hear it in our microphones, is in the court next to us. Very exciting, contested game happening here. And once again, Benson Taylor there driving through South Africa, staying on the bottom and following up. As you can see, he's still on the bottom, following up, and
That's some champagne hockey right there.
yeah, number 11, Benson Taylor,
hockey.
scoring that goal. If you followed it from that moment when he passed the puck, he stayed down, followed up. He was there when the puck was stopped by the South Africans and deflected, and he was right there to pick it up and push it into the goal. We're into the last minute of this game. And New Zealand from the start
Win the
taking
strike.
control.
They're already in South Africa's defensive third. They're coming home strong here. 56 seconds left on the clock. Some beautiful play there by Carl Brooks. South Africa looking for the corner. Van Dalen.
I think the biggest problem with the South Africans at the moment is that most of them are in front of the puck. New Zealand putting pressure on them, and they're still in an attacking mode.
There's another
Also,
goal.
a big lesson to learn here is if the puck is just behind you, you need to get in behind the puck. Unless the puck is going forward to you, you can't wait for the puck to come to you. And currently, New Zealand do not really allow the puck to come out. Is Richard Taylor Benson's brother? Luke? Are they brothers? The two Taylors? Sorry. Benson Taylor Wolf. Sorry, Benson's surname is Wolf and not Taylor.
They could be of relation. If anyone wants to comment on the chat line and confirm that with us, that'd be amazing. But New Zealand at this point in time, they're all over South Africa. Just while we're here, Emil Spies, let's go box, put one in. LFB, that looked good to me. Helen Mayer, Vasbit Man. Woohoo Benson, legend from Caroline Rome. Brian Stewart, lovely swim. Lewis Venter, Los Pug Die, Hilton Van Ons. Thank you everyone for tuning in. 6, 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry.
New Zealand wat 6-0 voor is. Van die begin van die eerste afskop af het New Zealand die wedstrijd gedomineer. Suid-Afrika wat een keer Becky in New Zealand se helfte was en dit nie in punte kon omskep nie. New Zealand 'n baie sterk span hier het vanjaar. Suid-Afrika dink ek kan leer hieruit dat as jy nie die pak het nie, dan moet jy die pak gaan haal. Ook ek dink Suid-Afrika sukkel om nommers op die bodem te kry. Ek weet Willem speel nie op die oomblik nie, hy is siek. En dit kan dalk wees dat van die spelers ook in die span geaffekteer is. Maar nie dat dit 'n verskoning is nie. Die feit is ons is nie op die bodem nie. Suid-Afrika wat hulle self nou weer agter mekaar moet kry en kyk of hulle iets kan maak van die tweede helfte. The way you end this game is how you're going into the next game, and at the moment New Zealand look like they've got the upper hand in this game, Luke.
We got a message from Clementine H. Dad, I see you. Avert Denzil. What ZJJ, DKVP, Andy Pants, Recompose Ballies. We're getting bullied. Bit of trivia for everyone. We're focusing now on Jolyon Van Dalen. He debuted in 1993 for New Zealand. He was a regular until the 2000s. Then he became a regular for the Dutch. But living over in Holland with his Dutch wife, he realised home, the motherland, was New Zealand. So he's moved back and he's represented New Zealand again. He was known for his speed at a younger age, but as we can clearly see on TV, he's still got lead in the pencil, and he's another back that converted to the forwards.
Oh,
This
we're
is in
ready to get
1996.
going for the second half, and off we go. A big shout out there to somebody from Vredendal, Jaco Steenkamp, wat onder water hockey kyk. Al die pad daar van die Weskus af. Master Emil sit by die huis, kyk hierso. Hy het saam met baie van hierdie spelers wat in die span is by die vorige Worlds in Canada gespeel, wat dit nog gelukkig nie kon maak by hierdie Worlds nie. Suid-Afrika nou 'n bietjie inkom van agteraf hierso. Marius wat baie goeie ondersteuning gee. Niemand agter Marius hier kom.
That was some
Wesley
good
Reardon
downtime by Rawcliffe.
keeping
there.
up going, flicking it forward.
New Zealand, little breakaway there by James McCosh. South Africa repossess.
Ja, Marius Bronquino wat
Brooks.
probeer het pak daar weg
Brooks
te
shooting
kry.
across the court. He's passed on. It's on to Richard Taylor. But no, the refs have identified a chop.
Stick infringement by New Zealand, giving South Africa opportunity to get into New Zealand's half. Much better start from the South Africans, more numbers on the bottom. Their placing is a little bit better at the moment. Passed the puck early enough, but unfortunately into the wrong direction, giving New Zealand the opportunity to take that puck off from South Africa. Bit of ping pong going on here. Just throwing the puck away again there by South Africa. Nobody.
New Zealand back in possession.
Look there, very good example of the New Zealand player. Also with nobody down on the bottom. First scan around, see where his teammate, and then pass the puck to his teammate.
They're firing downtown. New Zealand really holding possession well here.
Leon van der Merwe wat daar sy deel doen, 'n bietjie op te dryf. Ters wat die pak kry
Good
hier
switch,
binne
but
te gooi,
intercepted
daar's
by New
weer.
Zealand.
Ongelukkig is daar niemand wat hom kan ondersteun nie. In New Zealand wat nou hierso baie druk op Suid-Afrika sit. Henk Snyman wat daar so weer druk plaas op die
Good
New Zealand
kill there. Great kill
speler.
by Meeks. Rawcliffe having a strong game today. Really patrolling that wall well. It's flicked on. South Africa. Little break in play there. Venter.
Ja, Nick Venter wat baie mooi geswem het daarso. Ondersteuning gesoek het en nie lekker ondersteuning kon kry nie, teruggetrek het, ondersteuning weer gesoek het, weer nie kon kry nie. Hierso is dit Leon van der Merwe wat daar teen die muur probeer opdryf, maar ongelukkig nie die
Big
momentum
break
kon
across
bou
the
nie.
court. Looked like Maxwell to me. Sorry if I was mistaken. New Zealand piling on the pressure.
Nico van der Merwe wat daarso sub baie mooi dwars oor die swembad geswem, maar nie lekker ondersteuning kon kry nie. Henk Snyman soek iemand die agter hom. Weer Nick Venter wat vorentoe stoot en daar is 'n fout.
It's a foul. It's against South Africa. New Zealand being gifted the puck again. Very strong position. There's 11 minutes to go. There's still time for South Africa to come back, but they can't let New Zealand score any more goals.
Baie mooi Suid-Afrika wat daar breek. Ondersteuning baie
beautiful
mooi.
stuff.
Herman Vlaai mooi van agteraf deurgekom. Daar's ondersteuning vir 'n slag. Kry 'n baie mooi pas na die binnekant. Mooi gekyk daar deur Herman. Nick wat mooi kyk om speel te kry en dit is eintlik hoe ons moet speel. Ongelukkig wat daai pas was just a bit too strong and couldn't get that puck through.
Rawcliffe again, firing down the line, trying to connect with Maxwell.
Nico van der
No.
Merwe wat daar die pak baie mooi stop daar in die lug. En lyk my daar is iemand wat die speelarea gaan verlaat vir 'n foul. I'm not sure if it is South African. Just see black fins disappearing there
Looks
to the side, and it looks like one of the New
South
Zealand
Africa's
players. Brendan Maxwell out.
Maxwell. He's been for 2 minutes.
Now South Africa now with a numbers advantage, and the way they've played now in the last couple of minutes,
Oh, the ref's
I hope
called.
they can sustain that. The referee showing New Zealand did a false start there.
A false
they
start.
should get
South
a-
Africa were in a good position. You'd think they would have almost played advantage there, especially given that time doesn't stop till the last 2 minutes of the game, and these precious seconds are getting eaten away. New Zealand with the puck. John Cole gets the puck out of the danger zone.
South Africa, they just hitting the puck back to New Zealand up the wall, making sure they can keep the possession. The puck came off the wall there, and South Africa.
Some good defensive play there by Carl Brooks.
Nou,
Used his body positioning to move the South African attack towards the corner.
Suid-Afrika wat nou bietjie druk op New Zealand plaas. Ek dink die kerels verstaan nou dat hulle agter mekaar moet speel, mekaar moet ondersteun. En Suid-Afrika nog 30 sekondes om die nommers voordeel te gebruik, maar New Zealand dryf daar teen die muur op. Very good protection there by the body and a
South
push
Africa
through.
with a break. New Zealand, I apologise. New Zealand switching across.
I think a very good example there of swimming and looking, finding your players. New Zealand making passes.
Holding possession well.
Always trying to find a teammate. Or back
some
yourself.
Good play there. New Zealand firing down the line. Oh,
brilliant
beautiful pass under the body. That was some textbook play there, and that looks like a goal to John Cole.
play. Very good goal
That
by
was
number 6
beautiful stuff.
of New
Doesn't
Zealand.
get much more crispier than that.
Brendan Maxwell. I think that he just sat in the sin bin.
Brendan Maxwell, beautiful goal.
A very good move by the player of New Zealand there.
That was a good duck
Good jinx
play
turn
there.
and a pass under the body to set up Brendan Maxwell to score the 7th goal of this match.
South Africa have caught a timeout. 7.5 minutes left in play.
Ja, Suid-Afrika wat nou hulle time-out gebruik. Ek dink die manne was baie ongelukkig om nie 'n goal daar op die aan te teken in die tyd wat hulle so mooi gespeel het nie. Die manne het baie mooi agter mekaar ingekom en mekaar gehelp, maar Nieu-Seeland se verdediging was net een te veel vir Suid-Afrika.
Here we go. South Africa firing to the park. New Zealand win the strike. They're pushing forward again.
A lot of bodies on the bottom at the moment. We'll see in a second a lot of people popping up, and there we go. New Zealand,
New
nice
Zealand,
forward pass by number
Rawcliffe
7.
again with an MVP for performance so far. He is absolutely everywhere. Here come the New Zealanders into the attacking third, swarming over the park, firing close to the goal tray. South Africa get the puck to the corner. Some good work there by Van der Merwe.
I think the ref stopping the game there for an infringement.
It's against New Zealand.
Yeah, I think that puck up the wall that was stopped was illegally stopped. Let's probably get to the glove. I think a good reason why we usually stop the puck with the glove is because we play ball sports. We catch the ball with our hands, and when
That's
the puck
correct.
goes, it's
It's
like
an
a
instinct.
natural instinct. It's a skill that you have to learn to not put your hand in the way of the puck.
It's unlucky. New Zealand play on. Nice attacking switch. They're honing in on the goal. South African defence there is there strong though.
Oh.
Oh,
New Zealand
gee,
showing
what
a
a flick.
couple of
That flick came
skills
from
there.
the Stone Age. That was that deep. That was 3 metres.
Yeah, I think he passed it inside and somebody else finished it off. Edward Firth.
Edward Firth.
A very nice
Potential
work
relations
goal
to
by New Zealand. If you look at the players when they swim, they scan around looking for where their players are and making sure that the puck goes to a
Puck in the
teammate every
middle,
time
I'm
they
not too
pass.
sure, but play on. New Zealand screaming for the goal again. And there you have it. Oh,
Another goal by
that was a
Benson Taylor.
statement-making goal there. Vincent Taylor on his bulldozer, ploughing through the defence and straight into the goal tray. Benson Taylor.
Vir die mense wat onder water hokkie in die 90ste speel het wat vir Frans Grote pas onthou het. Nou Benson Taylor lyk soos Frans Grote pas, net so klein bietjie groter.
And off again. The Africans have come in with a bit of aggression, but New Zealand again quickly gain possession and holding on to the puck so well.
Look, New Zealand, one player on the bottom and nobody to contest. South Africa, not numbers on the ground, and if they're going to look back at this match, they're going to see why they lost this match.
You need to win a game, you need to have the puck, and you need to have as many players down at all times as possible. Here you go, New Zealand again. Snyman with the puck, South Africa. Possession and position. Here come New Zealand.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, cherry pick that one. Beautiful goal by Meeks. And that's
New
got us to
Zealand
double digits.
up 10-0 at the moment.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what the standings are in this Masters competition, but to every other nation, have a look over your shoulder because New Zealand has made a real statement in this game. South Africa, they're not a team, they're not a country to be messed with, and here New Zealand have just created an avalanche of destruction in the court today.
New Zealand calling a timeout there with just over 3 minutes to go. The last 10th of the game. Benson telling them that they can't relax. The way you end this game is how you're going into the game for the next one you play. But I think
I
they finished
agree.
for today.
You never. The way you win a game, you gotta get those 1%ers right. A lot of those 1%ers come down to your mentality. So he would be saying, lads, stick to the game plan. Don't give up. Make New Zealand proud. We go on to the next one. And they're off. Benson Taylor. Once again in possession. South Africa working well. But New Zealand get the ball under Carl Brooks. Goes back to Dan Meeks. Meeks screaming towards the goal. Closely followed by Brooks.
New Zealand wat op die stadium na wille keer swem, Suid-Afrika wat die pak kry en Ons fliek dit net vorentoe, maar daar is nou 'n nommer. Suid-Afrika is so stelselmatig besig om mooi angles te swem hierso. Goeie paas daarso, miskien net 'n bietjie te diep. Weet weer eens 'n les wat ons leer. Dis nie rugby nie. Jy moet die paas gooi waar jou man die pak gaan kry sonder dat hy onder druk gaan wees. Met Nieu-Seeland wat druk jy op Suid-Afrika, bly plaas. En baie mooi breek daarso. Dit lyk soos Nick
Good
Venter
break.
wat wegbreek daarso.
Africa
Goeie
on the move.
ondersteuning van Herman Lahey. En Marius Bronkino wat hier soos 'n stoomtrein deurkom.
And here we go. New Zealand regain possession. Fired across court to the open space.
Yeah. I mean, just look there, number 7 there.
Some textbook
Did a
45
good, great
degree
swim.
angle
He made a
passes and
pass.
kicks.
Stay down, number 7. Got
Here
the
we
puck and
go.
stayed up.
No flick to the goal. Just smash it in. Another textbook piece of work there by the New Zealand team.
Wow. Who's this number 7 guy? Nicholas Rawcliffe. Nicholas setting up that whole goal, swimming across, making a pass, stay down, receiving the puck again, and then came back towards the short wall, make another pass and stay down until he saw his teammate is going through to score that goal, and then went up to breathe.
We've got 50
Into the
seconds
last
left on
minute.
the clock. Thank you everyone who's tuned in from around the world to watch this game. As you can see on the scorecard, New Zealand have made a big statement coming into the finals. South Africa fighting valiantly to the end, but New Zealand just too strong. Look at this, another big charge, and Benson Taylor woof, puts the stamp on the letter and sends it to Gold Coast, Australia, saying, boys, we're getting that gold.
Yeah, and I think this will be the final score, 12-0 to New Zealand. New Zealand dominating this game right from the start. Numbers on the bottom, we could see it clearly here at the end. And South Africa putting up a good effort and unfortunately could
that's
not
full
result
time.
in any goals as we come to the end of the game. Shout out again to Atlantic Sport for putting up all this technical equipment, making it possible for us to see. Harry Mills, for those who watched right in the beginning, for making sure that the pool is so clean. Luke, for your input here from the side. And Rian, baie dankie. Is 'n plesier om vir julle kommentaar te lewer wanneer ek kan. So as ek nie kan nie, dan moet julle weet ek is besig om in die water of langs die speelarea my duties te doen vir Suid-Afrika. Baie dankie. Totsiens, Luke. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jack. It's always a pleasure and a privilege commentating with you. Thanks again to everyone who's commented on the chat line. Blues Adventures, amazing guys. Wow, so proud to be a Kiwi. I feel that pride. That pride's coming from all around this court. Caroline Rome, commenting a lot. Thank you so much. Brian Stewart, Sarah Perry, Adriana Lipsky, Andy Pants 550. Thank you everyone. And we hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting day of underwater hockey. Thanks so much.